Hi, Rhonda Temple, Alain Pinel Realtor, interior designer and stager, and I'm here today to interview Bob Evans of Pacific Homes Inspection to learn all the important things you need to know when it comes time to inspect your home, whether you're selling or buying. We're also going to be walking around with Bob to take a look at actual examples in a home that need your attention when you are having your home inspection. And as promised as well, we're going to end with a cocktail today, and I thought it was perfect for us to have a rusty nail. Welcome, Bob.
Hi, Rhonda.
Your first line of defense in the purchase of your new home is the home inspection report. All valuable information you need to have when you're negotiating the right price for your home. So Bob, my first question is, what do you inspect in a home?
There's various areas around the home that I inspect. The grounds, the roof, garage. It includes the exterior of the structure, the drain system, the interior, the electrical system, the plumbing. It also includes the attic and the crawl space, and the heating and the air conditioning system. So Rhonda, we're looking at the roof of the home. What I'm looking at here is the vents. There's a rubber boot around the vent. I look at that, see if it's not deteriorated. There's flashing at the base. You want to look at that. That's whether it's corroded or deteriorated. I look at the gutters. I look at the downspouts, make sure they're all connected and they're continuous all the way down. At the base of the gutter, I'd like to see something that diverts the water away from the foundation. It's always a good thing to walk on a roof because a lot of times you might feel a soft spot where you're walking, and that means deterioration of the sheathing. Okay. There are some roofs that you can't walk on. Clay tile is one because they crack. If you can't walk on the roof, I'll use a drone and I can zoom in on areas that might have some anomalies. So another component of the house that I inspect is the exterior of the house, the siding, whether there's any moisture damage, whether there's peeling paint, whether there's any separation in the wood siding. If it was stucco, I would look for cracks. If there was a facade like a brick or a stone, whether the mortar is crumbling, I would note whether the windows are broken or whether there's any deterioration around the window sills, the doorways on the outside, the sliding screens. One of the other things I look for is vegetation. If there's a lot of vegetation up against the wood siding, it invites termites. I look for the drainage around the house, whether water needs to be diverted away from the foundation, whether it's there's soil to wood contact. We have here underneath the deck obvious soil movement, which is affecting the structural integrity of the deck. I would certainly want to check the other side of the retaining wall here because I'll bet you that's compromised. Because the soil is slipping, the air conditioner pad is slanted. And what that does for the air conditioner is makes it less efficient. This pad needs to be leveled. When I do a kitchen inspection, I look for leaks under the sink. I look to make sure the plumbing is configured properly, the flow of the sink, any leakage around the base.
You check all the burners on the stove?
I check all the burners. I check the exterior vent. I check for any kind of damage to the counters, to the drawers or the cabinets. I do the appliances. I have the option, if it was mounted as a permanent installation, I would inspect it. First thing to look for, of course, in a bathroom, anytime there's water around, you look for water damage. You want to make sure that the drain line is not leaking and any of the delivery systems are connected properly. I would look at any kind of caulking around the perimeter of the tub, on the floor, around the faucets and the handles, make sure that they're not loose. The counters, you want to make sure that there's good splash block. You want to make sure the floor doesn't have any water damage. I would flush the toilet, make sure it's functioning properly. We have a shower in here. I would make sure we have proper water flow. One of the things that I see a lot in home inspections is the drains. They back up a lot. In older homes, I recommend to have a plumber come in with a video camera and check to make sure that all the sewer lines going out to the street are not broken, or if there's any roots or there's any blockages in there.
Then what don't you inspect, Bob?
Well, my home inspection is non-invasive. That means I don't pull up any walls or floors. I don't pull up the carpeting. If any area that's inaccessible, like a crawl space, I don't inspect that. Anything that might be a safety issue, there are areas that I just can't inspect, and I will let the homeowner know that.
Shouldn't the prospective buyer be present with their realtor at the time of the inspection?
That would be the ideal thing to have, because after the inspection, I do like to sit down with the client and explain if there's any issues that are critical, any safety issues that they should be aware of, and anything that might need repairing or replacing.
Once they've been enlightened by you about what is going on in the house, it gives them an opportunity then to negotiate repair costs with the seller.
Yes, but that's between the agent and the client.
The cocktail I chose for today's interview is an aptly named cocktail, the Rusty Nail, which consists of 1.5 ounces of scotch, 3/4 ounces of Drambuie, and a twist of lemon served on the rocks. And I want to thank you, Bob, for being with me today and answering these very important questions for homeowners. Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome, Rhonda.